Hi, my name is Tom Silvius, and you're very welcome to my site. I thank you for coming. You're very welcome to come as much as you want. As a matter of fact, you can come to my house, I'll wash your car, I'll fix you dinner. I'm afraid I'm not Barack Obama. I wish I was, and the US President. And I don't have a telestrator, so I'm going to have to refer to notes because I'm not going to memorize these sort of things. But I'm going to try as hard as I can not to bother you. And actually, I have a very good long-term sight. My short sight's limited, so I have to order these things to read. But if I were to be 4 or 5 feet from you, I would not need these things. I've been in IT for about 30 or 40 years. I have a degree from accounting from a rather good school in California. It's now called Cal State University East Bay. It's one of the top 10 business schools in the world. I majored in accounting. I graduated with honors and all that kind of stuff. I was controller of several large firms, one of which was Williams & Noah. I then started consulting. And it turns out that I had a knack for computer programming, and people were willing to pay a great deal of money, more money than accounting. And I respond to markets, so I learned to computer program, and I started taking classes and stuff again, and people actually began to pay. So that's how I got into it. And it got to a point where all of a sudden, 20 years later, I was actually teaching computer programming at various places like APL and things like this. So the cutting edge was all of a sudden my problem. But I'm doing this site for a different reason than to hype myself. As an old guy, all of a sudden I'm not willing to just do anything for any amount of money because I need the money. What I honestly believe is that I think we should get together and I should set proper expectations, and that these things should be met, and we should know what you should do, I should know what I should do, I should know what I can do, and quite frankly, if you're not willing to do your share, then I have to walk away. Also, a website is marketing. It's not that we just put it up there and somehow people will find you and it'll be wonderful. It's simply step one in marketing, and then we have to promote it. That is the way that it has to be. So let me tell you what some of the things that I've done with this website that I can prove and that I would like to share with you. First is performance. This website is a feature-rich website. It's not bare bones whatsoever. We could go into the features, and I'll match features with anybody at all, including Google. And you would think performance is degraded. Today I ran Google page speed, and the result was 99. I could have got it higher. I actually could have made some adjustments, but at 99 I'm not going to. There could have been some things where I consolidated various files and things like that, but I really didn't want to. Why slow was 97. That was Google stuff, and the actual load speed was well under a second. The other pages in my site are congruent with this. That's smoking, guys. I can show you how to do it with your site. Within an actual layout, there's a heading, and then there's a footer, and in between that is what we call the billboard. You get it too large, you lose people. And basically people kind of go past the heading, and then they look at whatever, and maybe if you've got a good tagline, we'll read that. And they tend to read the bold types, and then they go below the fold. And that's about it. So in essence, if you got this newspaper and it's running 4 feet down, you tend to lose them. So what I've done is that I use the rather revered and honored library called Closure. And what I did is I called upon it to use the Zippy class to collapse and expand and animate my various articles and applications and comments and whatever. So in other words, one line, click, boom, and things expand. So I can control my billboard rather than have things run 3 feet. This is an extremely good practice. So what happens there is who could really ask for more from this JavaScript library? In other words, I have control of my billboard. There's no run on. There's no nothing. People look at the header. There's maybe 4 or 5 inches of headings where they may click, and all of a sudden they're looking at my gallery. There is nothing where this is this run on where 3 or 4 feet of articles like other people. People demand that you have social media, and if you blindly go on with social media and you simply take these all these buttons, you're going to basically stop your system. You're going to put your web page on hold. I've given a great deal of time and portion to my website in handling that. We can encapsulate social media. That would start with creating the buttons to sprites to custom pop-up menus using the closure library here again, to also having reference to the social media rather than fooling around with their libraries. I can show you how to do that. In other words, we can get that really fast. You're not going to be importing all of their JavaScript. You don't want their JavaScript. Who the hell guarantees that the JavaScript? For all I know, the JavaScript is sponsored by Ayatollah Khomeini. You really don't know what you're getting, and honestly, I mean, you really don't. I mean, the fact that they could be sending you something from the devil. The other thing that I've done is I've created about 10 online videos for you, and I've created about 5 or 6 video galleries that I think are quite attractive. And the purpose of these video galleries is that per subject, such as search engine optimization, or in fact social media or whatever, that you may look at these galleries and then go click upon a video and get more in-depth data. And this is all from YouTube, and these are major videos. I've reviewed them. There is nothing wrong with them. There is it's on YouTube. They've had major hits, some of which are format cuts and the hot Asian babes. You know, so if you're the fan of hot Asian babes, you've got it made. The other thing that I've built is that I've included over 30 blogs, including my own. I've written over 60 articles and comments, and I've also outlined about 20 applications, and within these applications I have reviewed them all, and some I like and some I reviewed very harshly. Some of you I will quite frankly tell you I think are garbage, and they should be revamped, and they aren't copying you, and I will tell you why. And it's because of the fact that the web is ruled by oligopolies, and they are basically rooting for you to go advertise rather than do SEO. The other thing that I've done is I've included maybe 20 programming elements for your programming pleasure, in which I've developed complete programming interests, and such things as drop-down menus or layout, or a simple RSS reader or Apache web architecture. I'm not going to outline them all. You can go to my website. You can find out what's going on. It's in complete detail. It will in fact work. the reason that I know that it works because it's working on my website. So I thank you for coming. We have a whole bunch of other videos. We'll chat later. And by the way, if you have questions, just call up and we'll chat. Send me an email.